to the opposite direction. Binyam Genetu, the big pound forward, quite in the mix of quite a number of players, both in red and white, even as they take charge through Zelale Mabate. Good one. That's a huge miss, and Haptam Unigusia comes in. He's blocked as one of the most industrious players. Masood Mohammed takes charge in the midfield. Joseph Tereken, 6 goals to his credit. Can he be able to add in his 7th? No, he can't, because Degu Debebo is standing tall in that defense alongside Melkambo Bogande. Kalkidan. He's twisting and turning as he draws the ball, trying to find Zelele Mabate. Is cut out by none other than Desta Johannes as they commence another attack through the midfield maestro today for Adama, Daniel Demisier. 1 goal to his credit so far this season. He's been a cog for Adama in the last few matches that were played in the Adama Science and Technology University just a few days ago. Mesut. Manuel, back to Mesut. Just trying to find those passing channels with the team in white, withdrawn with only one man, Siteu Mengistu, in the attack. Just knocking the ball around and trying to entice them to come towards them as they activate attack through Emmanuel Gobena. Still, there is a huge block right in front of them. They find some passage through Masood Mohammed as he tries to play the ball wide to Adnan Rashid, who is 3 goals to his credit so far this season. Desta Johannes trying to get to Emmanuel, but it's quickly intercepted by Bereket Wolde Johannes as he tries to move forward. Looks like the referee, Sheriff Sherei Getachew, so otherwise. Again, 5 minutes. What do you think Adama are planning in the last 5 minutes?
The last 5 minutes, it is just a battle for dominance, especially in midfield, because good tempo, good pace in the game, but a lot of legs, especially in the center of midfield. So Adama looking for spaces wide to try and at least have the dominance so that transition can become easy.
And as the transition goes through Masood Mohammed, who tries to find Ahmed Mohammed. 4 goals to his credit so far this season, Ahmed Mohammed. Tereken. Well, they've been dominant in the first 5 minutes. I think even in terms of possession, just rolling the ball around across the pitch, waiting for that one moment, for that space in between the goalkeeper, Binyam Genetu, and his central defenders, his back 4. Even as they try to push high up the pitch. And that space right in between the defenders and the goalkeeper would be the kind of space that they are looking for. Addis Tesfaye. Back to Million Selemon. Addis Tesfaye. Kwame Ba. 12 goals that he has conceded so far this season. Anagal Badek. Kalkidon Zelalem. Tries to go through a rock there. But Addis Tesfaye stands tall and earns himself a foul.
That is what is going to happen so many times there, because as you very well know, Addis Tesfaye, very big man in the center of defense there, very physical defender. So those kind of fouls and a lot of wrestling will be there, especially when it comes to a fast player like Kalkidan Zelalem.
Addis. Ahmed Mohammed. Masood Mohammed. Denied, picked by Abebayeo into the midfield. Quick tiki-taka. Abebayeo trying to get to Zelalem Abate. Oh, beautiful, beautiful play. Beautiful play from Eyob Matthias. Struggle between Melkam Bogale and Adnan Rashid. He gets the better of him.
That was beautiful defending.
All interesting that both teams start in the middle part of the table there, with Adama in 7th position on 31 points, and Wolaita Dicha in 9th position with also 31 points, with only goals separating the two. Big one. Goalkeeper comes out, he punches away, and as the ball is tracked by Abebaye Hajeso, and he lets the ball to roll out for a throw-in.
Yes, as the ball comes in, you can see the goalkeeper, very good timing, very good basic goalkeeping. If you go high, never miss the ball, but it looks like he came out the worst, clutching onto his knee. Maybe it is not as bad as it looks.
Just stay honest. A picked in the midfield by Joseph Tereken. Daniel Demisier. Well, they're just trying to find that space. Because if you look at the team in white right now, they have 9 players behind the ball. And there's only one player at the top, Sinteyo Mengistu, for the only possible counters.
Yeah, Wolaita Dicha really giving Adama Ketema a lot of possession, defending in numbers. And maybe the more they defend, the more that they will attract a lot of attacks from Adama.
At this 5. There is some discipline in the way Adama is playing, and also some resemblance of discipline the way Wolaita Dicha is defending, because clearly the way they are defending is like they're just waiting for that one moment when Adama makes a mistake and they make that quick counter attack.
Yes, it is quite possible, coach, because you look at the kind of players they have up front, and you can say they can become very lethal, Wolaita Dicha, with the likes of Kalkid and Zelalem, Sintae Humingistu and Zelalem Abati.
Amen. An overlap run by Emmanuel Gabena. Can he bring it in? Yes, he can. Quick interception by Dekute Bebe as they try to activate the attack through Haptamu Niguse. Back to goalkeeper Kinyam Genetu. Big pan forward. They're just trying to clear his lines as the ball lands into the path of Kalkidan Zelalem, who seems to have handled the ball in the process. And the referee, Abena Mulat, was right there at the scene of crime. Kwame. Of Matthias. Again, no one really putting pressure on that midfield maestro, Daniel Demisier. He's patrolling that field as if he owns it. Even as his pass on the right-hand side is intercepted in the midfield through Kalkidan Zelalem, who's still in total control of this ball. Again, poor pass, good interception as they reactivate the attack on the right-hand side through Adnan Rashid. Adnan has a poor pass as goalkeeper Binyam Genetu is called into action. Again, some slow build-up from the back through Abebayeho Ajeso. He loses his out to Desta Ioannis into the midfield. Again, to the midfield maestro, Daniel Demisi, playing it back to Ayob Matthias. Again, intercepted by Zelalem Abate, who is now trying to bring the cross in. It lands in the path of Sinteyo Mengistu, but his first touch letting him down and quickly picked into the path of Joseph Tereken. Mesud. Daniel. The midfield maestro. No one in particular putting pressure on Daniel Demise, and he has all the time in the world to look up and see where he can be able to deliver the pass. 13 minutes gone. The scoreline at 0-0. And if you're joining us from wherever you are, you can be able to hashtag us through Twitter, hashtag #SSFootball, and give us an indication of where you think this league is going to be heading to.
Really, Adama really dictating the pace of this game. 121 passes completed against 33 by Wolaita Dicha. Just goes to show how much possession that Adama is having at the moment, creating spaces in the center of midfield and just kicking it around just to find space to penetrate.
Well, talk about kicking it around. The master himself, Daniel Demisie, doesn't just kick it around, but actually kicks it to the path of Addis Esfaye, who decides to play the ball back to Kwame Ba as he launches the ball forward. Zelalem. Well, even as they pick it up through Ame Mohamed on the left-hand side again, Masoud Mohamed has moved from the right midfield into the left midfield as they partner with Daniel Demisie. Hadis. Milion Selemon today playing straight on the right-hand side of the attack. Normally partners with Addis Tesfaye in the defense, and because of the inclusion of Ayob Matthews on the left-hand side of the central defense, he has been forced to move to the right-hand side. Milion Selemon. Ayob. Again, simple instructions from Coach Guy Kidane Mariam. If you don't have possession of the ball, don't engage yourself. That's why Adama has been able to move the ball freely. But what they've not done is try to beat that man, Bereket Woldehanes, alongside Milkamu Bogale, even as he clears the lines for a throw-in. Dester. Ame Mohamed. From a distance with a good shot. Well, there was power, but precision was exactly lacking.
Good pass coming in from Desta Johannes, but you can tell Ame Mohamed is in a hurry to shoot. Really doesn't look at goal when he releases that shot. So rather wasteful.
%75% ball possession in the last 5 minutes in the hands of Adama as compared to 25% for Wolaita. And in 16 minutes, 31% for Wolaita and 69% for Adama City. Clearly, Adama dominating affairs. Bereket. Here's the ball back to Piniam Janet. Even as he tries to locate the big man who is already in an offside position, Zelalem, but the ball goes out for a throw-in. Desta. Daniel Demisie. Hadis Tesfaye. There's the ball wide to Milion Selemo. Again, the team in white. Those spaces that you expect in between the defenders and the midfielders is so close, so thin that Adama is finding extremely difficult to find any meaningful passing channels. Tereken. Again, they resort to long pass. When you resort to long pass, you clearly realize that the back four is right on top of the 18-yard box, and therefore the only place that that ball will head to is in the hands of goalkeeper Biniam Kinetu. Do you think Shidama should change the style of play?
I think Wolaita Dicha should also engage and come forward. They've got the talent, they've got the ability. Because right now, the way Wolaita Dicha is lined.
Zelalem. First touch is good, second touch is good, third is even better with a good cross. Kalkidan Zelalem, can he be able to keep it in? No, he can't because he is in an offside position in as far as the referee Sharao Getachew is concerned.
Yes, the pass coming in is slightly offside. Really, at some point, I thought Adistas was keeping him onside. But the first assistant referee had other ideas.
Addis.
The pace of the game going down, really dictated by the style of play that is being implemented by Wolaita Dicha, staying behind.
18 minutes on the clock, even as they try to find their own pathways, because they kind of play in the kind of formation, same kind of formation. When they lose possession of the ball, they defend in numbers, 9 players to be precise behind the ball, of course, including the goalkeeper. Bereket. Hamtamani Gusie losing it out again into the midfield through Emmanuel Gobena. They lose it out. It's a quick sprint on the right by Zelele Mabate, closely followed by Ayo Matthews. The goalkeeper Kwame Ba coming into play. Mesut. Emmanuel Gobena. Gobena looking for Ame Mohamed. Ame Mohamed goes past the first defender, but a quick reaction by Teku Debebe just saves them from conceding as they get a corner from that one.
Yeah, coming into that defensive area like a swarm of bees there. Ame Mohamed almost just giving space to Tarikin.
Oh, they try to a very quick short corner that has been hit by Daniel Demisie, but poorly taken.
Yeah, that was a short corner hurriedly taken. And so many options, but still the ball just goes flying out.
How they do earn themselves a foul through Addis Desfai, who brought down the tall man Sinteo Mengistu. It's a distance of about 40 yards. Now those are the fans from Wolaita Dicha. They've come in numbers to ensure that their team collects maximum points to go into 4th position, just above Fasil Kenema. The man in charge, alongside Haptamu Nigusie. Nanaka Obadek. He lifts one in. Easy pick for goalkeeper Kwame Ba. Just one ball forward. And it's cleared by Haptamu Nigusie. Terrican. Quick throw. Daniel Demisie. Poor connection between the two players.
A good kicking there, but totally wasteful, if you ask me, from Managao Badek. Straight into the keeper's hands.
Well, Adama Kenema have had a very, very good run in the last 5 matches. Drawing 2-2 against Sidama Buna. Well, actually, it's Ethiopia Buna. Beating Sidama Buna by 3-1. Beating Electric by 2-0. Losing out to St. George by 2-1 in the only loss out of the last 6 matches. Winning against Sawasa. Now losing against Sawasa by 2-0. And then beating Meshal by 3-2. Ame. He cuts back in. He tries to look for that little pass, that little movement in between the two central defenders, Malcolm Bokale and Deku Debebe. But lacking, and he decides to rotate and try to activate the ball through the left-hand side of the attack. Taraken. Testa. They lose it again to Zelalem Abate, the tricky and very fast offensive player, playing his trade on the right-hand side of the attack, and decides otherwise to go through Haptam Negusie. Wide, Kalkidan, as there is an overlap run by Anaga Obadek. But that is not a good pass at all from Zelalem Kalkidan.
Yeah, the kind of movement that they had was absolutely perfect, but the last ball into the 6-yard area has always evaded them due to wastefulness.
Big punt. Bereket Woldianis. Not to anyone in particular, he just loves the ball in the midfield, and in comes Ababayew Hajesu, who fouls Emmanuel Gobena. Those are the Adama punts. It's not very, very far from here. It's about how many hours from here, from Adama to Hawassa? About 2 hours drive. That's how close the two cities are from each other. Addis test fire. Trying to cut through the midfield through Emmanuel Gobena, who decides to play the ball wide through Million Selemo. The tall, lanky, offensive defender. Zelalem Abate. Centeio. He has one man to beat, Centeio. One man to beat. And he decides to go back through Bereket Oleanes, who brings in a quick one. And it's a header by Million Selemon. Well received by Anaka Obadek. Degu Devebe. Zelalem Abate. Well, they lose it out to Ahmed Mohamed, who finds Joseph Taraken as he tries to go through the right-hand side through the maestro himself, Masood Mohamed. Big one. Addis Desfai. Just to be honest.
Yeah, that is a pure handball there, coming in from Bereket Woldianis.
Well, that's the man on your screen, Dawa Hotesa. Well, I had an earlier chat with him, and he told me that he's been injured just before the country went for AFCON tournament, but he started training from next week. A pillar of this Adama Kenema side in as far as scoring goals is concerned. You can repeat his name again. Dawa Hotesa. Hot.
Yeah, in some other language, you could say hot medication. Dawa hot.
Yeah, from the East African countries, Dawa clearly means medicine.
Yep.
So I would say that is actually the medicine behind the Adama Kenema front line.
True.
Million. Well, 26 minutes gone on the clock, even as both teams trying to look for that simple break, either on the flanks or through the midfield. As Masood Mohamed battles out with Bereket Woldianis. Abebaye. Bereket into the path of Zelalem Abate. Again, Abebaye Ayesu. Abebaye. He's been involved in most of the attacks through the midfield. Abebaye Ayesu, alongside Haptamu Ligusi and Ligatu Geprisilasi, has an attack is mounted on the left-hand side, but Desta Johannes with an opportunity to bring in a cross, and looks like that touch lets him down.
Yeah, good pass coming in from Ahmed Mohamed, but again, he does not get the technique right in carving the ball into the 6-yard area.
207 complete passes for Adama against 66 complete passes for Wolaita Dicha. That just shows you the dominance of Adama. (63% for Adama and 37% for Wolaita Dicha in the last 28 minutes. Testa Johannes, Daniel Demisio, Emmanuel Gobena. They have a lot of room and space just to knock the ball around and try to putting the baits in order to entice Wolaita Dicha into coming in and giving them spaces in behind them. It looks like Segai Kidane Mariam has different plans, because the simple instructions: sit back when you don't have possession of the ball. That's it.
Yeah, that's a very simple instruction that really rules the game. I mean, to think of the pace that started the game and the tempo that is there now.
Itegesu and Dale. Alongside Sigai Kidane Maria. I call him a choir master because he's always directing play on the touchline. And instructor by excellence. Taraken looking for his 8th goal. Taraken goes past the first defender, the second one, but this time Pereket Tolianis just comes in handy at the point where Taraken was going to make that shot and clears the ball for a corner.
Yeah, that is a thought of genius by Taraken there. I think some individual prowess is needed so that to break the Wolaita defense.
That's a big one, looking for Adnan. That says punted forward, away by Melakam Bogale. Not very far from Mesut Mohammed, who's looking for a path to try and bring it up, but he's lost it. And there's a quick counter-attack from Kalkadan Zelalem. Even there's Reds drop back in numbers. They have to do it quickly because they are regrouping. And as soon as they regroup, it's going to be difficult as Kalkadan gets a second chance to bring the cross in. Zelalem Abate, good control. Goes past the first defender. Can he bring it in? It's a good 45 and good interception. The referee says there was no handball by Ahmed Mohamed, who had dropped back from his offensive position into the defensive mode. I would say that they are very, very, very lucky. What the referee didn't see, and it didn't happen. It's a guy, Kidane Maria, believes that they could have earned themselves penalty.
Yeah, that cross comes in, and as it is chested, nobody really following apart from Ahmed Mohamed, who comes to actually narrow the angle.
That is Tesfaye as we head into the 31st minute. Tester. It's interesting that there has been some tactical change there with Joseph Taraken really not playing on the wider areas. He's decided to join into the midfield, and now instead of being 3, they are playing with 4 midfielders. He's Adama Kenema side. Gobena. Adnan Rashid. It looks like Adnan Rashid has switched to the left. Ahmed Mohamed has switched to the right. And that's what you call it, team rotation, because that is the only way you can be able to be a little bit deceptive. Like it is a team that is just sitting back and not moving up in numbers and deciding to defend around the box. Mesut Mohammed. Taraken. Back to Testa Johannes. Again, looking for that small part, some small part. And this is where you need a striker or a midfielder, an attacking midfielder, to try and just make that run. Even as Ahmed Mohamed was trying to make the run, but Daniel Demisio delays it. Now feeling that he was already in an offside position. Testa. Emmanuel Goben. Daniel Demisio. Joseph Taraken. the maestro himself. And they lose it out to Gobena. Again, cleared up the lines by Bereket Wolde Johannes. Kalkidan, Zelalem. With only 2 goal attempts for Adama and only 1 goal attempt by Dicha, who have 1 shot on target, and Adama have not shot any on target, as the big man, Sinteyo Mengistu, tries to go past the Addis Tesfaye. Zelalem. Wolde Johannes. Oh, beautiful tackle by Testa Johannes. The timing was perfect as he mounts a counter-attack through Joseph Teraken with Bereket Wolde Johannes out of his position, joined by Testa Johannes. Can he bring it in? Yes, he can. It's a good one. Cleared by Dekute Bebe. He's standing wide in front of goalkeeper Binyam Kennedy.
Yeah, the game beginning to open up in these last stages of the first half. At least transition on both sides. Action in both 6-yard areas. I've waited too long to start playing football, this Wolaita Dicha side. Whatever happened here, there was nobody near Diego de Bebe. But all the same, again, Destayo Anis comes out the worst from the cross that he took like a second ago. And that should have never been a penalty, because I think the hand was in a natural position as Ame Mohammed went to ground.
Also, you say that there was no intention at all by Ame Mohammed?
Absolutely.
Well, we'll leave that to the audience to make their own decision. And that is the commander-in-chief.
Yeah, it looks like
the Wolaita Dicha.
Looks like the choir master of the of Orchestra Wolaita.
I'm not sure if you know the name of that dance, because I'm meant to understand the people from Wolaita are called Wolaitinya. Yeah. Big Pan looking for the speedy Zelalem Abate. He's closely followed by Ayob Bashos. And Matthews decided to place the ball wide as Bereket Wolde Johannes wants to come in and make a quick throw. Bereket. Abeba Yeo. Loses out to Desta Johannes. Tereken. It looks like there's a foul, as indicated by first assistant referee Sherau Geterchu.
Oh, that was pretty painful coming in from Bereket Wolde Johannes.
Now it's a foul from a distance of about 25 yards away from goalkeeper Kwame Ba, who has already conceded 12 goals to his credit. Now he has to contend with Kalkidan Zelalem with 7 goals, Sinteye Mengis with 4 goals, and Zelalem Abate with 3 goals. It's a total of 14 goals that the 3 strikers have scored so far. And he'll be able to deliver. Zelalem Abate. It's a good one. Too close. The goalkeeper comes out, doesn't kick it out. And surely at this particular point in time, the big man, Melkamo, that's actually Bereket Wolde should have put that one in. Again, they're not very far. Kalkidan with a good shot. Blocked this time by Ame Mohammed. As they mount an attack through Joseph Tereken. He has 1 man to beat. Tereken. Oh, good shot, good shave by Binyam Genatu. Again, they still get it back to Adnan Rashid, who brings it back, trying to locate again Joseph Tereken. But this time round, there was too much power behind the ball as it rolls out.
Yeah, this could be very dangerous coming in from Tereken. Look at his individual prowess, beating 2 defenders, and he's actually able to take a shot in between defenders. Shows you the class and the prowess of this young man.
Again, that is the beautiful cross that was brought in by Zelalem Abate. And clearly, Bereket Woldeanes, he just sets his eyes off the ball, because had he concentrated on the ball, the result would have been different. Anyway, they need to fight another day. Even as Anagao Badek goes down to the floor. Well, your deductions on this particular match so far for the last 38 minutes, Kirumba?
Last 38 minutes, the game didn't really open up, owing to the fact that Wolaita Dicha decided to sit back. But in the last 5 minutes, ever since the 33rd minute, then Wolaita Dicha is beginning to take the ball to Adama, and the game is actually going up in terms of tempo.
As the tempo increases on the pitch, the tempo also increases on the trenches, where the men in the luminous green have come all the way from Wolaita. Has to come and cheer the team. That's the president of the Ethiopia Premier League, Fikadu Mamo. Well, he's been here. He's been here since the league started in Awaza, just to ensure that the league progresses according to the way they've set it up. And so far, they've had a beautiful management in terms of the way the league has been run so far in this country, Kirumba.
Even the infrastructure, you can see, look at the quality of that pitch. Absolutely on point.
Good clearance. It's a big push by Sinteyo Mengistu on Daniel Demisi, even as they earn a foul right at the middle of the pitch. Desta. Adis Tesfaye. He tries to play the ball through Million Selemon, who drops the ball in, and it's clearly missed by Joseph Taraken as Zelalem Abate tries to build a counter of their own. Sinteyo denied by none other than Ayob Matthews. Clearly, Ayob Matthews has been employed today to do what is needed to ensure that Sinteyo Mengistu does not score his 5th goal of the campaign. Kwame Ba. Again, a lot of activity that is going on the right-hand side of the attack through Adis Tesfaye and Emilion Selemon, even as he drives the ball through the left-hand side, with the channel on the right-hand side completely blocked. Big one. Again, another interception in the middle through Abeba Yeo. Ayob plays the ball back to Million Selemon, who has now come into the center of the defense. Again, 9 players behind the ball for Wolaita Dicha.
Yeah, Wolaita Dicha is like they're playing with a switch on and off, and decide to just switch off play and stay at the back.
Do you think they need a technician? Because if the switch is turning on and off,
on and off,
you need a technician to fix that.
Yes,
Even as Testa Johannes tries to launch an attack and decides to play the ball back to Ayob Matthews. Daniel Demisier, the midfield maestro, has been the cog in that midfield for the last 48 minutes. Big one. Million Solomon. Solomon, again, looking for that midfield penetration through Mesut Mohammed, but quickly denied by Degu Jabebe. Degu, I think, is one of the oldest players in the league, but they say it's all about your discipline.
Oh yes, Degu Jabebe has been in the league forever. I think he's doing his 16th season now.
Well, captain the Warriors, the Ethiopia national team, for quite some time. 13 fouls in total, 7 on the Wolaita Dicha side, against 6 on the Adama side. Even as they try to launch one forward, goalkeeper comes in. Can he be able to put his hands on? Yes, he can. And it's an easy pick for Kwame Ba.
Yes, as the ball is brought in, nobody really going high with the keeper. Makes it easy for goalkeeper Kwame Ba.
Again, a lot of activation on the right-hand side. And clearly there's something that they're trying to do. They try to, entice Wolaita Dicha on the right-hand side and leave a man on the wider areas on the left for that quick switch. But the switch has not been quick enough because there's been a lot of adjustment anytime that Wolaita Dicha have lost possession of the ball. Tarakan, Adnan Rashid, Adnan again plays the ball back through Daniel Demisie. Gobert, Mesud again, and then Adnan Rashid. The ball is not out this time round. And you expected that Tarakan Joseph would have slotted that in. There was goalkeeper to deny him.
Yeah, that is the style that now Adama is using to penetrate there. And as they come into the 6-yard area, the combination of Melkamu Bugale and Degu Debebe coming into question once in a while.
I think maybe they have gotten some instructions from Coach Yitegezu and Dale on the Adama Kenema side, because the truth is, if you can be able to play those quick, intricate passes right in front of Melkam Bokale and Degu Debebe, it's easier to make those inroads. Even as Ahmed Mohamed tries to play straight on the right-hand side, brings one in, again cleared by Melkam Bogale. With only 1 minute remaining, it looks like there'll be 2 more added minutes. And as far as the fourth official, Daniel Grimme, is concerned.
Yeah, earlier on you could tell that the style that has been applied here is one-touch football coming into the 6-yard area. Very lucky for Wolaita Dicha not to have conceded a goal there.
Itegezu and Dale must be very happy with the proceedings. And I can assure you that is one way of beating a team that is sitting with a low block, because they have 2 central defenders and they have 2 holding midfielders anytime that they lose possession of the ball. Therefore, the only way to beat that is by those quick, intricate passes, even as Adnan Rashid is brought into play here. Mohamed, he plays the ball wide to look for Desta Johannes. Cuts back, again finds Teraken. Looks like Teraken held the ball just right in front of the center referee, Abeina Mulat, who was right there at the scene of crime.
Good planning, but I think he just hit the shoulder. But again, the referee was too close to have got it wrong.
So you are saying that the shoulder is not part of the hand?
It shouldn't be.
My friend.
It definitely is not part of the hand.
I will take you to see a doctor and see whether you have a hand. I don't know where it hangs from. Well, we have 30 seconds to go on the clock. Your quick summation on this one?
A bit dull in the first half because of too much defending coming from Wolaita Dicha.
Well, you had it. Too much defensive play by Wolaita Dicha. And all eyes are now focused on the center referee, Abeina Mulat. Yes, you are right. Abeina Mulat has brought this game to a close in the first stanza. Goalkeeper Binyam Genetu has been called upon twice to try and save good shots from Ahmed Mohamed and Joseph Teraken. And the big man, Sinteo Mengistu, has really not had an opportunity to track a shot on Kwame Ba. He has been put under a lot of check. Well, as we head to the first answer, is Wolaita Dicha 0 and Adama City 0.
I've been here a few times in the past as a football player manager, and this one always is the most difficult one to win.
Premier League is crazy.
ማሳደዱ ማጥቃቱ ላለመውደቅ የሚደረግ ትንቅንቅ
Premier League is the biggest league.
They've got quality players all around.
He's very competitive.
I think he showed he can do it, and would love to see a few more of those.
You can literally do anything with the football.
Amazing. That's what the Premier League is all about.
I didn't expect anything else, I'm not saying.
ጭንቀት የተሞላበት የመጨረሻው ፍልሚያ
We know it's not over yet.
It has to be about enjoying the last part of the season.
I don't know who's coming to happen.
መገነኑ እውነት ነው። ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ሁሉንም በቀጥታ ያጣጥሙ በሱፐር ስፖርት። አሁኑኑ ይሸምቱ። የታላቁን የእግር ኳስ ወቅት ከዲኤስቲቪ ጋር አብረው ይዝለቁ።
Ik heb deze draai gezien. Ik was te nerveus. Nee, toen werkte dat alles goed. Dus ik zei, dat is next level geweest. Ik krijg nog steeds nerveus.
Ik was altijd nummer 1 in de steen. Van wij ambition, naar van atletiek, van zaterdag als te spelen. Om ook maar eerst in waar op die veld is.
Die dag wat hij belt om te zeggen, hij is opgeroepen in die springbokspan. En ik heb gemaakt of ik doof was, want ik wil het eigenlijk 2-3 keer hoor. Maar ons het nooit gedink dat het gaan 2 jaar na matriek wees.
Ik zal zeggen, van mij was het grootste omdat ik net door de land is. En ik denk dat was die paniek al van wat ik gezien heb en wat ik kon gevoel heb.
En dan op je ogen is het maar net om je ogen en je familie trots te maken.
An extension of the lead, they will. Oh, what a start.
ተመልሰናል ተመልካቾቻችን ከመጀመሪያው ግማሽ 45 ደቂቃ የሁለቱ ቡድኖች ቆይታ በኋላ የመጀመሪያው 45 ደቂቃ የጨዋታ ትዕይንት ምን ይመስላል የሚለው ነገር የምንመለከት ይሆናል። ሁለቱም ቡድኖች እንግዲህ መስመሮችን ለማግኘት ሙከራዎችን ሲያደርጉ እንደነበረ ተመልክተናል። ነገር ግን መስመሮቹን ለማግኘት ያደረጉት ጥረት ከ30ኛው ደቂቃ በኋላ የተወሰነ መጠጋት ነበር። አጠቃላይ ግን 45 ደቂቃ የጨዋታ እንቅስቃሴ እንዴት እንደነበር ከባልደረባይ ዮናስ አዘዘ ጋር ቆይታ የምናደርግ ይሆናል። ዮናስ ሁለቱ ቡድኖች በጣም ተቸግረው ነበር ወደ ፋይናል ሰርድ ለመጠጋት። ምንድነው የተፈጠረው?
በታክቲኩ ረገድ በጣም ፍጹም ተቃራኒ አቀራረብ ሁለቱም የነበራቸው። አዳማ በኳስ በቢላ በፖሴሽን የሚጫወት በጣም በፕሮሰስ ኳሶች ሪሳይክል እያደረጉ ወደ ጎል ጋር መድረስ ነው የሚጫወቱት። ወላይታ ዲቻ ደግሞ በዲፌንሲቭ ሎ ብሎክ ነው የሚጫወቱት። ኦልሞስት ኳስ ሲያጡ 4-5 ታር ስንታየው ብቻ አስቀርተው መስመሮችን በቃል ኪዳና በዘላለም ይዘጋሉ። መሀል ላይ ሶስቱ አማካዮች ለአዳማ ሶስቱ አማካዮች ምንም አይነት ስፔስና ቦታ በመከልከል ምንም አይነት ፔኔትሬሽን ፓስ እንዳይኖር ሳጥን ጋር እንዳይደርሱ በማድረግ ወደ ኑሊፋይ በማድረግ አማካይ ክፍሉን ያን ስትራቴጂ ነው ይዘው ነው የገቡት። ከዛ ውጭ ኳስ ሲያገኙ መልሶ ማጥቃት ነው። በዚህ ምክንያት ለአዳማ የወትሮን ያህል በጣም በርካታ ጥራት ያላቸው እድሎችን ለመፍጠር ፔኔትሬት የሚያደርጉ ፓሶችን ለማድረግ ሙከራዎችን ለማድረግ አንዱ የተቸገረበት ምክንያት ያ ነው። አዳማ ከወላይታ ዲቻ ከ4 እጥፍ የበለጠ ኳሶችን ተቀባብሏል። ወላይታ ዲቻ ከኳስ ጋር የሚቆዩት ብዙ ቅድ የላቸውም። ነገር ሁለቱም በየቅዶቻቸው በመጀመሪያው 45 ደቂቃ ምናልባት ወላይታ ዲቻ ስኬታማ ይመስለኛል። መከላከሉ ላይ በመጠኑ መልሶ ማጥቃቱ ሽግግር ላይ ደካማ ናቸው። አዳማ ግን በግልጽ ሁኔታ በተለይ በሚታወቅበት መንገድ ለማጥቃት የወላይታ ዲቻ አቀራረብ በጣም ፈታኝ ሆነበት ይመስላል።
የመጀመሪያው ግማሽ 45 ደቂቃ ላይ የነበሩትን የጨዋታ ሂደቶች ለእይታ ጥሩ ናቸው ብለን ያሰብናቸው እንመለከታለን። ይሄ የመጀመሪያው የፍጹም ቅጣት ምት ጥያቄ የተነሳበትን እንቅስቃሴ ነው የምንመለከተው።
ጎል በመፍጠር በኩል ወላይታ ዲቻ ቀዳሚ የነበረበት ጨዋታ ነው። በግራ ዘላለም ቆንጆ ኳስ ሺፍት አደረገ የተቀበለው። ከዛ በኋላ አሜ ኳሱ ክሮስ ከመድረጉ ብሎክ ያደረገው ኳስ ነው። ምን ያህል በመከላከል ወቅት ያለው የዲፌንሲቭ አዌርነስ በጣም የሚገርም ነው። አሜ ከጀርባ መጥቶ ነው ተከላካዩን የረዳው። ይሄ በጣም ያስፈልጋል። በተለይ እንደ ወላይታ ዲቻ አይነት ፈጣን የመስመር አጥቂዎች ላሉት ቡድን ዳንኤል ደምሱ ፋውል ላለመስራት የተጠነቀቀ ይመስላል። በዚህ ምክንያት በነፃነት ነበር ዘላለም ያለፈው። ግን ይበልጥ አሜ ደግሞ መከላከሉን ሰርቷል። በጣም ጥሩ የዲፌንሲቭ አዌርነስ
የነበረው የዘላለም ጥያቄ የፍጹም ቅጣት ምት ነው። ግን እንግዲህ እጁን ወደ ላይ ከፍ አድርጎ መውደቅ አይችልም። ተፈጥሯዊ እጁን ይዞ ነው የወደቀው።
እዚህ ላይ አሜን ከማድነቅ ውጪ እንደውም ትዝ አለ ፔናልቲ ቦል
ተደጋጋሚ እየተመለከትኩት ነበር። ረዳት ዳኛውን ይጠይቅ ነበረ። ስለዚህ ተፈጥሯዊ እጁን ነበር የተመለከትነው።
ዳንኤል የደሞዝ ጭማሪ የሚያስተካክል
እንነጋገርበታለን። ሌላኛውን እንቅስቃሴ እንመልከት። ይሄኛው ለጨዋታ ላይም ደግሞ ጎል ለማስቆጠር የተጠጉበት አጋጣሚ ነበር። ወላይታ ዲቻዎች አንዳንድ የሚቆሙ ኳሶችና ቀደም ሲል ያነሳ ነው የመልሶ ማጥቃት እንቅስቃሴዎች ካልሆኑ ከኦፕን ፕሌይ ወይም ደግሞ ከክፍት ጨዋታ ጎሎችን ለማግኘት ፍላጎት የላቸው።
ትክክል። የቆሙ ኳሶችም በተለይ አንተነህ ከተጎዳ በኋላ ብዙ ያዩ አይደለም። የመጀመሪያውን ኳስ ይሄን ኳስ ኳሜ በቡጢ አላገኘም። ኳሱን መኳንት እዛው ነው ያጠረው እና በረከት የሆነ ኢንስቲንክት ያጣ ይመስላል። ፈጥኖ ማስቆጠር የሚችልበት እድል ነበር። ባህን ተመልከተው ኳሱን በእጆቹ መዳፎች ነው የገፋው፣ ግን በቡጢ ብታደርገው ከአካባቢ መራቅ የሚችል ይመስላል የኳስ በረከት ግን ያን አድቫንቴጅ ሳይጠቀምበት ቀርቶ።
ዮሴፍ ታረቀኝ በተደጋጋሚ ከመስመር ለመነሳት ይሞክራል፣ ከመሀልም እንዲሁ መስመሮችን ለማግኘት ጥረት ያደርጋል። በ45 ደቂቃ ግን ነጥብ የሚያዝለት አንድ እንቅስቃሴ አድርጓል።
በጣም እዚህ ጋር አዳማዎች የማጥቃት ቆንጆ ድል የነበራቸው ወላይታ ዲቻዎች ለቆመ ኳስ ሊሻሙ ሲሄዱ በጣም ሰፊ ስፔሶች ከፍቶ ነው የሚጫወት መኳንንት። በዚህ ምክንያት እንደዚህ አይነት ድል አግኝተው ነበረ። መስዑድ ለዮሴፍ ጥሩ ድሪብል ነበር። የመጨረሻ ኳስ ሙከራው በአስቸጋሪ ሁኔታ ውስጥ በጣም ቆንጆ ነው። ግን ቢኒያም ገነቱ ሌላ ቆንጆ ኳስ ነው ማዳን የቻለው። ተመልከተው በጣም ሰፊ ስፔስ ነበረ። አጠገቡ ሁለት ተከላካዮች አሉ ወላይታ ዲቻ። ቢኒያም ኳሱን አድኖበታል እና የነበራቸው ድል አብዛኛው አንድ ሁለት ጊዜ ወላይታ ዲቻዎች የቆመ ኳስ ሊሻሙ ሲሄዱ አብዛኛው ኳስ ቦታ ለቀው ይወጣሉ እና ያንን በፍጥነት ኤክስፕሎይት ለማድረግ ነው። ከዛ ውጭ ግን እዛው ስቴሽን በሚያደርጉበት ሰዓት ግን አልፎ አልፎ በጣም ፈጣን ኮምቢኔሽን ቅብሎች አሉ። ዮሴፍ ራሱ ድሪብል እያደረገ ለመግባት የሞከረው እነዛ ሁሉ ግን በቂ አይደለም ክፍት የጨዋታ እድል ለመፍጠር።
እንግዲህ የጨዋታው እንቅስቃሴ ካሳየን ወደ ጎል ለመጠጋት ያደረጓቸውን ሂደቶች ነው እየተመለከትን ያለ ነው። መጨረሻ ላይ ግን የሁለት ተጫዋቾችን ትዕይንት ነው የምንመለከተው። አድናን ተጠግቷል፣ ጎል ለማስቆጠር በጣም ችሎ ነበር። ነገር ግን ያን ደግሞ የከለከለበት መንገድ የቢኒያም ጥሩ ነበር።
በጣም ይሄ ነው የተሻለው ማጥቃት። ተመልከት በርከት ያሉ የዲቻ ተከላካዮች ከጀርባ አሉ፣ ፈጣን ቅብሎች ይፈልጋል። መስዑድ፣ አርናን፣ አሜ መሐመድ በድጋሚ አርናን አናጋው ባደግን ያለፈበት ቴክኒክ በጣም ድንቅ ነው። መጨረሻ ላይ ማስቆጠር ነበረበት ወይ ማስቆጠር አለበት ወይ ከጎኑ ለመስዑድ ኳሱን ነካ ቢያደርግለት መስዑድ ቀላሉ ስራ መስራት ይችል ነበርና በጣም ቆንጆ ጥራት ያለው ፈጣን ቅብል ያየንበት ጥሩ የቴክኒክ ኳሊቲ ያየንበት አጋጣሚ ነበር ያሁኑና እንደዚህ አይነት ነገሮች ደጋግመን መፈጸም አለብን መኳንንት። ያ ካልሆነ ሊያስቸግር ይችላል። እንደምታስታውሰው አዳማ ከነማ 25 ጊዜ ተቀባብሎ ጎል አስቆጥሯል በአዳማ በሜዳው። ዛሬም እንደዚህ አይነት ነገሮችን በሚገባ መተግበር ያንን ኳሊቲያቸውን ዛሬ ነፃ የሚያወጣቸው ያ ኳሊቲ ዛሬ መሆን አለበት የሚል እምነት አለ። ምክንያቱም ቡድኑ ሜዳ ላይ ትሬኒንግ ሜዳ ላይ የሚሰራው እና በጣም ወደ ሳጥን ተጠግተው በጣም በፈጣን ኮምቢኔሽን አጫጭር ኳሶችን መጫወት ድሪብሎች ስኪል ያላቸው ተጫዋቾች ስኪላቸውን ይበልጥ እንዲጠቀሙ የሚጋብዝ አይነት ጨዋታ ነው እና ሌላ በጣም ድንቅ ጎል ለመመልከት ተቃርበን ነበር። ሌላ ድንቅ ማለት ነው በአዳማ እና ይኸኛው በጣም አንድ ጥሩ የብሉምት ይመስለኛል በዚህ ጨዋታ ለማሸነፍ።
ከ22ኛው ሳምንት የቀጠለ እንቅስቃሴ ልንለው እንችላለን። አድናን ጎል ቢያስቆጥር ኖሮ ኢትዮጵያ ቡና ጨዋታ ላይ ጥሩ ስለነበረ የ45 ደቂቃ የጨዋታ ቁጥሮችን እንመልከት። 6 የግብ ሙከራዎች እየተደረጉበት ነበር። በጣም ትንሽ ቁጥር ነው ለሙከራ።
ከነበረው አፕሮች አንጻር አልገረመኝም መኳንንት። ወላይታ ዲቻ በመልሶ ማጥቃት ብዙ ስኬታማ አይደለም። አዳማ በጣም ኮምፓክት ሆኗል ሁሉም ነገር። ስለዚህ ይሄን ጨዋታ የሚወስነው አንድ ሳጥን ውስጥ የተገኙ ድሎችን በጥቂት ድሎችን ወደ ጎል በመቀየር ክሊኒካል የሆነ ሻርፕ የሆነ ቡድን የማሸነፍ ድላል። በነገራችን ላይ ኳስ ቁጥር ዝቅ ስላለ የኳስ ቅብል ስኬት በጣም ዝቅተኛ ስለሆነ አታሸንፍ ማለት አይደለም። የወላይታ ዲቻ ዛሬ አንዱ ጌም ፕላን ይሄ ነው። በዚህ ቁጥር ጎል አስቆጥሮ ማሸነፍ የሚችሉበት እድል አለ እና ሳጥን ውስጥ የሚገኙ ኳሶችን በመጠቀም የተሻለ ቡድን ሊያሸንፍ ይችላል።
ሁለተኛው ግማሽ ላይ ለውጦች ሊኖሩ ይችላሉ። ሁለቱ ቡድኖች የሚጠቀሙት ፈጣን ቅያሪ ጨዋታው ከመጀመሩ በፊት ወይንስ ደቂቃዎችን ከቆጠርን በኋላ?
ምናልባት ወላይታ ዲቻ ሚድፊልድ ላይ እንድሪስ ሳይድን ተነስቶ ያየሁት መሰለኝ በስንት ጊዜው ሊሰለፍ የሚችልበት እድል አለ። በተለይ ማጥቃቱ ኮኔክት ለማድረግ ጥሩ ፓሶች ያስፈልጋሉ። ከዛ ውጪ ዮናታን ኤልያስ ሌላ አማራጭ ነው የተለመደ። በአዳማ በኩል ግን ብዙ አማራጮች አሉ። ኤልያስ ለገሰ አለ፣ ብዙ መጠቀም የሚችሏቸው አማራጮች አሉ። የቢኒያም አይተን ጭምር አለ። የተሻሉ ተጫዋቾች አሉ፣ በተለይ ማጥቃቱን ለማገዝ የሚሆኑ ተጫዋቾች እና በሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ይበልጥ አዳማ ነው ትዕግስት ይፈልጋል። የጨዋታ መኳንንት እስከ 90ኛው እስከ መጨረሻው ጨዋታ ክፍለ ጊዜ ትዕግስት በጣም ወሳኝ ነው እና በዛ መንገድ መጫወት አለባቸው። ምክንያቱም በመከላከል የሚጫወት ቡድን ሙሉ የጨዋታ ክፍለ ጊዜ በዛ ኦርጋናይዜሽን እና በዛ ኮንሰንትሬሽን ለመጫወት ይፈተናል እና አዳማዎች አሁንም ትዕግስት የሚያደርጉ ከሆነ ጎል ሊያገኙ ይችላሉ። ወላይታ ዲቻዎች ደግሞ መልሶ ማጥቃት ችግራቸውን ደግሞ ይበልጥ ማሻሻል ያለባቸው ይመስለኛል።
ከሱፐር ስፖርት የሻምፒዮኖች ዓለም ሁለተኛው ግማሽ የጨዋታ ክፍለ ጊዜ እንድትከታተሉ ከወዲሁ እንጋብዛችኋለን። ይህንን ጨዋታ እንደጨረስን ግን የሚቀጥል የምሽት ጨዋታ ይኖራል። ፋሲል ከነማ ከአርባ ምንጭ ከተማ ጋር የሚያደርጉት ጨዋታ ወደ እናንተ ይደርሳል። ዮናስ አዘዘና ሰይድ ኪያር በአማርኛ የጨዋታ የቀጥታ ስርጭት እየጠበቋችሁ ነው። ጊልበርት ሲሌቦ እና ፒተር ኪሩምባ ደግሞ በእንግሊዝኛ የጨዋታ የቀጥታ ስርጭት አሉ። ጥሩ ጊዜ ይሁንላችሁ። ከቤት ኪንግ የኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ጋር
years, a few times in the past as a football player manager, and this one always is the most difficult one to win.
Premier League is crazy.
ማሳደዱ ማጥቃቱ ላለመውደቅ የሚደረግ ትንቅንቅ
Premier League is the biggest league.
They've got quality players all round.
He's very competitive.
I think he showed he can do it, and we'd love to see a few more of those.
You can literally do anything with football.
That's what the Premier League is all about. I didn't expect anything else, I must say.
ጭንቀት የተሞላበት የመጨረሻው ፍልሚያ
We know it's not over yet.
It has to be about enjoying the last part of the season.
I don't know who's coming to happen.
መጋነኑ እውነት ነው። ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ሁሉንም በቀጥታ ያጣጥሙ በሱፐር ስፖርት። አሁኑኑ ይሸምቱ። የታላቁን የእግር ኳስ ወቅት ከዲኤስቲቪ ጋር አብረው ይዝለቁ።
Ik heb deze draai gezien. Dus ik was te nerveus. Nee, toen werk ik net alles goed. Dus ik zei, dat is next level geweest. Ik kreeg nog steeds zo'n nerveus.
Weet maar, je was altijd mee. Dan we hier investeren, dan gaan we ambition, dan gaan atletiek van zaterdag als we spelen. Dan moet ik maar eerst in waar op je veld is.
Die dag wat hij belt om te zeggen, hij is opgeroepen in die springmoedspan. En ik heb gemaakt of ik doof was, want ik wil het eigenlijk 2-3 keer hoor. Maar ons het nooit gedink dat het gaan 2 jaar na matriek wees.
Ik zal zeggen, van mij was het grootste omdat ik net door de land is. En ik denk, dat was die paniek al van wat ik gezien heb en wat ik kon gevoel heb.
En dan op je ogen is het maar net om je ogen en je familie trots te maken.
An extension of the lead, they will! Oh, what a start!
Hello and welcome back to Hawassa. By the time we went to the break, Wolaita Dicha was tying 0-0 against Adama City as we head to the final rounds of the 2022-2023 Bet King Ethiopia Premier League. Well, the fans are here all the way from Adama, about 2 hours away from Hawassa. They've come in large numbers, even as we see the team in white, that is Wolaita Ketema, who have really sat back in most of the first half, really just moving forward when it really mattered. As for team in red, Adama Kenema, goalkeeper Kwame Ba has had to save the balls on the high balls for at least 3 or 4 consecutive times through that man, Sinteyu Mengistu. Currently, on 4 goals to his credit, he has really not had the break that is required to be able at least to add to his goal tally, which still stands at 4. But the two gentlemen, Adistes Faye and Million Solomon, have really been tall in terms of defensive display by Adama Kenema, and will be called upon these next 45 minutes to get them through the second half. It's Wolaita Dicha versus Adama Kenema. And you can listen to us both in Amharic and English. Said Kier and Jonas Azeze will take you through the Amharic commentary. I am Gilbert Mabisi Serebwa, and I will be in the company of Peter Kirumba. You can tweet us using hashtag #SSFootball to give us an indication of what you've seen in the first half and the expectations in the second half. Well, Peter Kirumba, well, we were with you in the first half. What is your expectations in the second half?
This second half looks like my expectation, like Wolaita Dicha is going to open up this time.
Well, yes, Wolaita Dicha were trying to open up through the tall man, Sinteyu Mengistu, who is about 6'4", and he was in a position to receive the ball, but instead decides to bump into Addis Tesfaye, and a foul is called.
Yeah, that's definitely a physical contact, a deliberate physical contact.
Well, the big question is, will Adama keep to their style of play of just moving the ball around and trying to find spaces in between the central defenders and the midfielders on the Wolaita Dicha side in order to find some space to create some goal-scoring opportunities? Or will Wolaita Dicha continue sitting back even as Masood Mohamed controls the ball in a very, very prime position and brings it in. It is cleared quickly by Teku Tebebe. Naga Obadek. And they try to activate an attack through Kalkidon Zelalem, who's now on the left-hand side of a screen, who's closer to a screen. Tester. Mesut Mohammed. But easy pick for goalkeeper Binyam Genetu.
Yeah, that one was a beautiful pass. Good cross coming in there, but good confidence defending coming in from Wolaita Dicha.
Binyam. A big punt forward. Looking for Kalkidam. But again, William Solomon comes in very quickly, clears the ball not very far from Anagao Badek. As they try to activate again another attack through the midfield. Anagao exchanges the ball with Haptamu Nigusie. As Anagao breaks through the left. But again, he's close, letting him down at the very moment when Sinteo Mengistu was expecting for that pass.
Again, that was a poor show. Very wasteful. Again, Adistas Fire doing well to communicate with his fellow defenders.
Uptom. Again, dominance by Adama Kenema to Daniel Demisie in the midfield. Playing alongside Mesut Mohammed and Emmanuel Gobena. They've really given Wolaita Dicha a run for their money. Even they try to mount an attack through Nigatu Gebrselassie. Abeba ya Yesu. Nigatu. Abeba ya. Nigatu. Again, plays the ball back with 10 players from Adama side behind the ball. I think this is just a game of mind with the same tactics as they try to mount attack to the right-hand side through Zelalem Abati with a cross. Again, for the second time in this span of 2 minutes, they fail to bring in the cross.
Yeah, that was a good pass coming in for Zelalem Abati, but again, a lot of selfishness. There was an option. Sinteo Mengistu was in the 6-yard area. A little cheeky pass from below would have made a very, very big difference.
Well, can Million Selemon make this difference? He decides to give the mantle to Daniel Demisie in the midfield. Good activation through Adnan Rashid. As he waiting for just one moment of madness from the Wolaita Dicha side as they try to mount a counter-attack. Mesut Mohammed. Closely tracked down by Kalkidon Zelalem as they earn themselves a throw-in. Million into the midfield, looking for Gobena. Again, looks like there was a foul right in front of the referee. Habina Mulat. Habina Mulat has already officiated in 10 matches this season. Dished out 32 yellow cards.
The pace of the game not really picking up in this second half also. Kind of sluggish pace, especially going forward in terms of as much as Adama is concerned, not really showing any kind of urgency.
Zelalem. Back to Bereket Woldianis. Nigatu Gebrselassie. Again, trying to pull the Adama players onto their side. Has to be able to create at least some opportunities to open up, but on the far end, the second assistant referee, Dereje Amera, tracks down an offside. Million. There's definitely going to be some activity on both benches, with one of them being Binyam Fikre being prepared. Hopefully he may be able to come in. Mesut Mohammed. Also trying a critical shot as the ball is cleared by Kalkidan Zelalem. Two players. One, Jonathan Elias with 2 goals to his credit so far for Wolaita Dicha. And Binyam Fikre being warmed up. Looks like Coach Zikai Kidane Mariam thinks otherwise. Maybe just to add some more punch up front. 18 fouls in total, 10 courtesy of Wolaita Dicha and 8 for Adama. Mengistu. Zelalem. Abate looking for Jiso. Denied by Dexter Johannes. Playing into the 52nd minute of this game, even as the clock ticks. Ayop. Well, as much as you had expected that as soon as Ayop Matthews gets onto the ball, you would have expected that there was going to be counter-pressing by this Wolaita Dicha side, but still, they still according Adama Kenema too much space and time to be able to activate those passes.
Yeah, there was a touch coming in there from Hatam Niguse into Ayob Matthias. Both of them were airborne, so must have been a painful clash there, but I can see Ayob Matthias is back.
Well, they've come in droves, and because of the nature of the game, it's too hot to handle. Maybe some of the supporters will just support bare chest. Let's say, giving themselves some time to grasp some very important air. As Binyam Genetu gets involved into the attack. It's a run there by Kalkidan. Goalkeeper comes out, heads it out. As Ame Mohammed is being searched here by Million Solomon. It's a big one. Looking for Teraken. Easy pick for Bereket Woldehanes. Nigatu into the midfield. And now they've started moving up in numbers, even as Siteo Mengistu fails to control that ball with another counter-attack coming in from Adnan Richard. There's an overlap run by Emmanuel Mohammed. Emmanuel Gobena. Again, Teraken. Plays wide, Testa. Oh. That was a clear goal-scoring opportunity, and Coach Gitegesu Dale knows that.
Yes, now the good pass coming in at first from Adnan Rashad. Again, too many passes in the 6-yard area sometimes. And when those balls come from the flank, they just expose the defensive frailty of the central defense when it comes to Wolaita Dicha.
Again, Kalkidan. Goalkeeper comes in to play as a sweeper. This is very, very good game reading by Kwame Mba. He knows that as soon as defenders have gone up when they're playing on a high line, he will always be the man to be called upon to play as a sweeper, come goalkeeper. And twice he has denied Kalkidan Zelalem an opportunity to strike on goal.
Yeah, that was quite a professional foul there by Degudebebe.
It's a shot from a distance. Oh, that's a speculative shot there coming in from Ababaye Jiso. He looked at the goalkeeper, Binyam Genetu. He was well off his line. Surprise shot.
Very cheeky.
Sinteo, this time fouled by the diminutive Addis Despai. Well, that's a serious matchup between a 5'4" player playing against a 6'4". And it's a foul. It's quite a good distance from goalkeeper Kwame Mba. I would call it about 40 yards away from Kwame, and it will be taken by Sinteyo Mengistu. Still looking for a fifth goal of the campaign. Sinteyo Mengistu, can he be able to drive it in from that distance? Sinteyo is a big before goalkeeper Kwame. Leon. Try to switch the ball to Joseph Taraken. Taraken still looking for his 7th goal of the campaign. His 6th goal to his credit so far. The youngster who came from the higher league. It has been a revelation for Adama Kenema side. Trying to mount an attack on the right hand side through Zelalem Abate, but quickly intercepted as they launch one of their own through Ahmed Mohamed on the right hand side for Adama. And it's quickly nodded out by Hanaga Obade.
Yeah, that was a direct shot. Really easy for the keeper.
Ame denied by Anaga Obade. Ilong Solomon. Unless the ball roll to Addis Desfai, when as we head into 58th minute of this game. Siteu. Zelalem Abate with a good cross. Oh! Surely, Captain Negusi, what kind of a pass does he expect? The run is very good.
He was onside, alone with the keeper. The pass comes in. Surely these are the chances that you miss, and you miss call-ups through the national team.
Oh, again, there's trouble looming on the left-hand side of the defense where Desta Johannes is flying in straight alongside Ayob Matthias, who's supposed to be helping him as a centre-back on the left-hand side of the defense. That was a beautiful run and a golden pass that needed a golden touch for a golden finish. It did happen. William Emmanuel again goes back to Daniel Demisi, the midfield general. Just toying around with passes, trying to entice. I'm sure, Kirumba, at one time, you've had a chicken at your home. The best way to call the chicken is to try and drop some pieces of maize just to entice them. The way now. They're good at Pepe. 60 minutes gone. Preparation on the touchline is Binyam Fikre, who's being prepared to come in for Wolaita Dicha. Zelalem Abate. Again, he's giving Desta Johannes a lot of problems on the right hand side, where Zelalem Abate is flying it straight. Mesut denied and brought down by Degu Debebe. It's 50-50. Ball possession in the second half.
Yeah,
well, just at the bottom of your screen, you can see Binyam Fikre being spoken to, giving instruction by Zigai Kedane, the coach.
Yeah, and as this ball comes in, surely Sintehu has to position himself better. Really, his situational awareness was missing from that one. Could have gotten it better if he had been about 2 or 3 steps behind. But I think this team has lost Kalkedan Zelalem, not very active in the second half.
Anaga Obadek, Kalkedon Zelalem, who's been quiet in the second half. Really, he's not been able to give the correct kind of passes. Not sure if he will stay longer on the pitch, even as they prepare for a substitution. Jegu Tebebe. Big boot. Binyam bit. Kenatu. Into the midfield. Aveba Yajeso. Again, the danger man. Good flick. This time round, looking at the goalkeeper, he was already off his line. But lucky, we say, for Kwame Mba.
Long one. Deeping way beyond the crossbar. Nothing harmful. Yes, and there you have it. It's Kalkidan Zelalem that goes out for Binyam Fikri. Much to the applause of the Wolaita Dicha fans. There is the man himself. Kalkidan Zelalem is off, and in comes Binyam Fikri.
To be told, Binyam Fikri is one of the most industrious upcoming players and one of the disciplined players, because currently from the 10 matches that he has played, he has only been carded once through a yellow card. And that is his first touch. Binyam. Not sure whether they're going to change the formation, because it looks like Binyam, he's applying his weight on the left-hand side of the attack and leaving Sinteo Mengistu at the top as a lone striker. But whether they're going to play with 2 strikers at the top is just a matter of time, because now Binyam has moved close to Sinteo Mengistu. Temisie, Ahmed Mohamed. It's a good run on the left through Joseph Tereken. An overlap run. Tereken decides to go through the right-hand side. Ahmed Mohamed. Tereken! Yeah, that's a Cristiano Ronaldo. Seriously, he was lacking in there, and Joseph Tereken, just as expected, bangs him his 7th goal of the campaign. That's a new revelation.
Oh yes, he's been a phenomenon for this team. Look at from where he runs. Releases the ball, positions himself, gets between defenders. And when he gets the ball back, good communication there between him and Ahmed Mohamed. Does the wall pass kind of thing, and he only touches the ball once and buries it into the net.
Oh, that is the young man, Joseph Tereken, donning jersey number